Hello and welcome to the second ever WASD News on Fuzzy Loaf. Hello, Kitty.
Hey, Mom, I'm on the internet.
I am Matt, and with me is
Tired.
Matt as well,
Matt.
and this is my
I'm
cat.
Matt,
Oh,
too.
and she's gone now. All right, so we didn't have an episode last week because you were not feeling so good.
Ill.
So there is a lot of news to get through. Is there anything that we talked about earlier that you want to talk about first?
Sorry, was that really loud?
No, you're fine.
No, let's just start at the top, and then
All right.
maybe we'll go off on a tangent when we get to something.
Yeah. So Rockstar parent company Take-Two is suing BBC over its unlicensed docu-series about the making of GTA.
Ooh, girl, you getting in trouble?
Yeah. I mean, this is a trademark lawsuit or whatever because their use of the trademark. Although, I don't know how it's going to work because it is a docu-series. Like, it's supposed to be a realistic documentary. And in fair use, you can use trademarks and stuff like that as long as it's for newsworthy purposes, but it depends on how the show is presented.
Yeah.
If it's like a factual,
when is that supposed to start?
it's supposed to start this fall, and it has big name actors on it, like Daniel Radcliffe is attached, and it's like a bunch of other big people.
So, well, wouldn't they? They're just gonna sue him and then still let them put it up?
It depends. It all depends on when the lawsuit goes through and if it makes them stop or not.
Maybe they'll just seek like royalties.
Yeah, that may be what they're going after. But I think it's about a game dev that left Rockstar and was like unhappy about the way certain things went. So I'm guessing Rockstar wants to silence it because it's like gonna make them look
bad publicity.
Yeah,
but there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Sometimes there is.
True.
Depends.
I suppose if you're a big enough company like Rockstar.
Yeah, I mean, imagine Bungie with Destiny. If we find out their secret story that they're trying to hide.
Yeah.
But anyways, on to different news. So last week, or I guess now 2 weeks ago, and then last week, there were two big games announced via Kickstarter by former big game devs. So one is called the Ukulele from Platonic Games, which is a bunch of people that used to be from Rare, and it's supposed to be a spiritual successor of Banjo-Kazooie. So it's a 3D platformer featuring a chameleon and a bat. So you have two playable characters.
Oh,
so like Banjo and Kazooie,
that's
where
cool.
One was a bear and one was a dodo or whatever kind of bird that was.
A dodo.
What was the bird
in Banjo and Kazooie?
Yeah, the fair.
That's a really good question.
I have no idea. Whatever.
I'm gonna call it a. I'm gonna say
flying creature.
A stork.
Oh, and they also released. They released a character who you can't play as, but is like in the game, and it's a traveling salesman that's a snake.
Selling you snake oil,
and he wears pants. He's a trouser snake, and his name is Trousers. Which is
oh my god!
It looks
so that'd be good for the kids.
Yeah, well, it's
or
innuendo.
Any age. I
was gonna say it's innuendo. It's for the older people that played the games, and then kids can play. It looks like it's really cutesy art style. Really saturated colors and stuff like that. So I think they're now over $2 million. So they're well surpassed their funding goal. And I think they were aiming for 2016 for PC, Mac, Linux, PS4, Xbox One, and Wii U.
Wow. So, they got range.
Yeah. And then the next game is called Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which is from former Konami and Castlevania developer Koji Igarashi. It's a Metroidvania style game. It's 2.5D, and it looks kind of cool. It's supposed to come out in the next 18 to 24 months, so within 2 years. And they're aiming for PC, PS4, Xbox One. They just announced yesterday that anybody who backs over $60 gets early access, Steam beta or whatever. And they're now over 2.5 million.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's sweet.
So one thing that I wanted to talk about with these is how do you feel about former big game developers that were tied to big publishers going to the public and asking for money to make a game? Do you have an issue with that or not really?
No, I don't, because just because they worked for one of these big name developers doesn't mean that they're loaded to the brim with their own money to finance a game. And I think, I'm all for if the public wants to support it.
Yeah.
And they ask for support, that's totally fine, because that's
it,
your choice. I mean, maybe you're excited for it. I mean, personally, I don't know if I would play like the Bloodstained.
Yeah.
But that's cool that other people want to support it. I personally don't.
Yeah. And that's kind of how I feel too, where I look at it like you're pre-ordering the game, like you're helping them make the game by pre-ordering now.
Yeah.
And then if you want extra things like, stuff signed by the developer or t-shirts or whatever, then
they're giving that kind of stuff out too.
Yeah, they're doing stuff like that too. For Bloodstained, there was one, I think it was like $1,000 or more, but you get your own character put into the game.
Yeah. I think
something like that.
I think the only problem that I would have with a developer doing that would be if like they got like $2 million like that one company did, or that one guy did, and then they released a very subpar game.
Yeah.
Then I'd kind of be like, what the hell, man?
This is where the issue is you don't know what the product's going to be like until afterwards. And then you also run into the opposite issue, like Broken Age did, where they made so much money from the game or from like the development that they came up with like these really lofty ideas that took 2 years to make. So the first the Broken Age Part 1 released last year or 2 years ago or something, and the second part just came out this like last month. So you paid for a game that took 3 years to come out, basically.
Yeah, but I guess, is it a good game?
I
think
like
it's
a
a
lot.
good game.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I guess that's.
Yeah,
I could see why it would be worth. I could see where it would be worth it, but also where it would be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't know, because I know a lot of people get upset about bigger people with like ties to bigger companies going to Kickstarter, but I don't think it's any issue. I think both of them said that they were making the game regardless, but that they needed more money to make it a better game, basically. And I think both of them had goals of less than $1 million. Like Bloodstained, I think was 500,000, and Ukulele was like 400,000. What?
It's not Yooka-Laylee?
No, it's ukulele. Pronounced Yuka. They explained it. It's like two Hawaiian words that mean something.
Okay.
But
something. Does it mean spiritual successor?
No, it doesn't. I don't remember what it means. It's something cute.
Something cute?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Talking about cute things, some Bethesda Fallout 4 rumors. I'm just kidding. That is nothing cute.
So cute.
So cute. A German gaming site, PC Games, claims that an anonymous industry source has information that Bethesda will be showing off a behind closed doors 20 to 30 minute demo for Fallout 4.
Cool.
And then to further the possible excitement, Video Gamer, which is a video game news site, reported that a freelance 3D artist posted job info on LinkedIn claiming to have worked on a Fallout 4 cinematic from December to March under Murata Studios, which is Guillermo del Toro's like post-production studio. And we know that he's been working on something game related. We all assumed that he only meant Silent Hills, but now that Silent Hills has been canceled, this could be the thing that he's attached to.
Mm-hmm.
I know me and you aren't very big Fallout 4 fans or Fallout fans.
It's a cool concept, but
yeah, I think the only one that I played was Fallout 3, and that one it didn't catch me.
Yeah, same here. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but I love Bethesda games. They're great. And it's great news for people that are really big fans. Maybe I'll pick this one up and try it again.
Oh yeah, I probably would.
Yeah, just to see.
Yeah, maybe I'll like that one. And also, I mean, I think it also kind of goes with the age. We were a lot younger when we tried it, and that was like after the Oblivion. So I think we were kind of expecting more of an Oblivion style game, but
Oblivion with guns.
Which I mean, I think some people do see it that way, but it just didn't. It didn't do it
feel that way.
Yeah,
because of the like VAT system. That thing threw me off completely.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Keeping on with E3 news, we have two things that could be announced at E3, and both of them were leaked by the Brazilian Advisory Rating System website. The first is those bastards. First is from Bethesda, saying that they have a game slated for release in 2015 based on the Dishonored IP. We're assuming this is going to be a remake or a re-release of Dishonored for PS4 and Xbox Ones. Yeah, it's a great game. I think I have it digitally on PS3 now. My PS3 bit the CD-ROM or the CD reader bit the dust, so I haven't been able to play or haven't been able to finish it. But I think it was one of the PS3 games from a couple months ago. But if it's coming out on PS4, I'd rather play it on that.
Definitely.
It was a really cool game. It was a lot of fun. And then the other one from Microsoft is the Gears of War Ultimate Edition, also leaked by the same website, the Brazilian rating system or whatever it is. We know that there's going to be some Gears of War news at E3, thanks to, I can't remember what Microsoft spokesperson it was, but it was somebody at Microsoft. And we know that it's not going to be a future release, or at least that's what he said. So we're assuming it's a remake, probably Gears of War 1 at the very least, if not Gears of War 1, 2, and 3, hopefully, or however many they released for the people that have Xbox Ones but didn't have Xbox 360s. There was some screenshots and footage leaked, and it looked really good.
Did it?
Yeah. I mean, 1080p or probably 900p because Xbox One can't get 1080p.
Oh, really?
For most games, they haven't been able to hit 1080p in 60 frames per second. Sorry to start some fan wars out there. Yeah, The Witcher 3 is only 900p on Xbox One.
That's a bummer. That's why you should play PC.
It's because they had to allocate a bunch of memory for the Kinect, and even though the Kinect isn't, if you don't have a Kinect and it's not plugged in, it's still allocating RAM and CPU processing for the Kinect.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
What?
Isn't that a bitch?
That's some ridiculous stuff right there.
Yeah. What do you feel about all the remakes that are coming to like PS4 and Xbox One? Are you in favor of, don't really care, or annoyed by?
A little bit of all, actually.
Yeah,
I'm excited because I want to play games that are on old systems.
It to me, it honestly depends on the game.
Yeah.
Like if I haven't played a game and it's like, oh, this is a really cool game and I'd love to play it, I don't want to play my PS3 anymore. I just want to play my PS4. So if it's a game that I haven't played that I really want to play, or a game that I really enjoyed playing and would play again, then it's like, yeah, totally. But it's like sometimes a game is announced as a remake and it's like, this is fucking stupid. Why are you doing this?
Yeah. I think it's a good thing, because then it's nice to see them kind of keep pushing more games. I mean, yeah, it sucks that you got to rebuy these, and that's kind of like the money grab part. And I'm sure that's their prerogative, is to make money.
Oh yeah.
On these, but I think it's great because then you can keep reliving on games, and especially if they remaster them, it can turn it into its own new experience and a little bit of nostalgia.
Yeah.
And I guess I wouldn't say I don't really care. But,
yeah.
I mean, I do and I don't. Depend, like you said, it depends on the game.
Yeah. Could you imagine a BioShock remake, like a full remaster, like 1080p? Oh, that game
I started playing BioShock Infinite again on my computer.
Yeah, that game still looks fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I don't know how they did it. I mean, that game came out towards the beginning of last gen, and it's still one of the it was like 2008, I think, is when it came out.
Beginning of last gen was like 04 though, wasn't it?
2007, 2006, 2007, I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
I can't.
I think it was like 7 or 8 years.
Dates are not good for me right now.
Yeah.
Although I also don't pay attention.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be so cool. But yeah, I mean, I think it depends on the game, because some games, like I said, it annoys me. Like when they announced the Tomb Raider, the one that they released towards the end of last gen, was getting a new gen remake. I was like, really? That game came out like 8 months ago.
Oh, that's annoying.
Or I mean, before the remaster came out, it was like 8 months.
I'd say anything within like the last 2 years. Well, ever since the new generation of game consoles came out, like that's some annoying stuff right there.
Yeah. And then there's been some ones from like PlayStation that are kind of questionable, but I get it. Like The Last of Us came out on PS4. I get it because there's a bunch of people that the PS4 is their first system or their first Sony system, period. So they missed out on like one of the best games, if not the best game of last gen.
Yeah, I didn't have a PS3. I had an Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And then I got rid of that and then went strictly to PC. And then when the PS4 came out, I got a PS4 like a year afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh, I have some burps.
Some burps.
Oh, they taste like the soup I ate.
Nummy.
Smoked Gouda bisque.
Ooh, sounds delicious.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From work.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So keeping on with E3 news, Nintendo announced that they will not be at E3 this year. Instead doing their Nintendo Direct stuff, which is they'll do like video press conferences all throughout the week. You can watch it on your DS, your Wii U, and online. And they also announced that they're having Nintendo World Championship.
I think this is a cool thing. I think
it's trying to get people excited for Nintendo systems again. And I think depending on what games they do, it could be a lot of fun.
I think it's a good thing in general.
Yeah.
Because I like to see competitive gaming. Like
yeah.
the way people watch like football, baseball, basketball, whatever sport, like that's how I am with video games. I can play a video game and then I can also like watch someone play a video game competitively. Like especially like a prime example for me is World of Warcraft arenas. Like I could watch those as much as someone watches football. Like every night there's a game. Like if every night there was like someone that I liked playing, I would probably watch it.
Yeah. Ashley will get annoyed at me because like if she's reading a book, I'll be playing probably Destiny or some other game on the PS4, and I'll have my laptop open, and sometimes I'll be watching like a Twitch streamer play a different game or the same game. She's like, "Why are you watching some?" It's like I just, like I listen and like I'll look down every once in a while, but it's like I don't know. This is my form.
It's no different than playing video games and watching television.
Yeah. Or like you said with sports, I'm not really interested in sports, but I love video games. Or like even I don't know.
I think something that would be really cool to add into games that have like that competitive aspect, FPSs, arenas, whatever it may be, Dota,
MOBAs and stuff,
is if they had a like camera option and they like made it so you didn't watch always in the player's perspective, but like here's a sky view of what's going on in a certain area of a map on Destiny during like a 3v3.
See, before Destiny came out, like a year before, there was all of this stuff that got leaked. They hired like an actual economist, like a person that studies world economy and stuff like that, to make the in-game economy. And there was leaked documents that hinted that there was going to be some sort of like gambling system with the PvP. And I thought that sounded great. Like imagine being able to watch a PvP map or a PvP match, and you see like, okay,
as a player and like put bets on a certain team.
Bets on teams or like kill rates.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
I would do that all day. Like fucking, I don't even need to play the game. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff would be sweet.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
Put that into Destiny too.
Yeah, let us know in comments what you think about like spectating on games. Good idea, bad idea, what you'd like about it, what you think would be bad about it.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff. I think, like you said, if they built in some sort of like spectator option, where you could, have the camera move around or something.
Yeah,
even if it was fixed points, like a few fixed points on the map, that would be cool.
I'm sure there's so many people out there that like watch these videos. Just look at someone playing a match on a video game. Like how many views? Like I've seen like, I wouldn't say 1 million, but I've seen at least like 100,000 views on these YouTube videos.
Yeah. There's a lot of people, and depending on the game, like StarCraft 2 and Dota and League of Legends, those all have like high viewership. Sorry, I just got to respond to a text really quick.
God fucking damn it. Sorry. Childs.
Oh, don't worry.
Beep.
So
are they dying?
Oh, are they dying? No, it was Ashley. She was calling me. Assassin's Creed the new game was announced last week by Ubisoft. It's called Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Missing the S.
Indica.
Yeah, Indica. It takes era at London. It'll have grappling hooks and carriages.
Do you really need grappling hooks in Assassin's Creed?
Not really.
More fun stuff though.
Yeah. I think
there's a female playable character.
Yes, this is the first time in a main game that a female character will be playable. It's the two main characters are twins, I think, or siblings for sure.
Male and female.
Male and female.
So you get to pick one, or is it like they play side by side? Like here's the man doing something, and then here's the woman doing something.
I think you'll switch back and forth depending on the mission.
That's cool.
Or maybe you can choose when to switch. Maybe they have different abilities or something. I'm not really sure.
Mm-hmm.
And this is only next gen, so only on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Although from now on, it is current gen. That's what I'm calling it. Everybody keeps calling it like next gen, and
I think that's because so many people can still continue to play their Xbox 360s and their PS3s.
But last week we had gameplay footage, like 10 minutes of gameplay released by Ubisoft. Looks cool. Looks great.
Looks smooth.
Yeah, it looks really smooth. It looks a lot better than Victory did or whatever the last one was. But I think that once again was because they also had to release it for Xbox 360 and PS3, so they had to dumb things down.
Yeah.
And it just didn't end up working very well. We also had last week, they had their earnings call, Ubisoft did, for their investors. So we had a bunch of news released. We have Tom Clancy's The Division has been delayed to January to March of 2016, which I think it was supposed to be end of 2015. So not very far.
That's not too bad.
It's a post-apocalyptic open-world RPG shooter. Supposedly shared world.
So you're looking at something similar to Destiny here.
Yeah.
But Tom Clancy.
Yeah, more realistic.
Based.
It's like it's supposed to take place like the week of Black Friday. So like basically a virus hit and it's like the end of the world and it's Black Friday. And this is supposed to be
this is the story
in the story. Yeah, so there's like Christmas decorations, there's snow everywhere, you're in New York City.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
A virus.
I think it's a virus.
What kind of a computer virus?
No. No. Like a virus.
Oh, like an illness.
Yeah. But
goodness,
they haven't released very much information about it. It looks really cool. Okay. Rainbow Six Siege was also announced to be released in October to December of 2015.
Now what's this one about?
This one is a squad-based. It looks like it's all multiplayer. I don't think there's a single-player story. But you have a team of people trying to break into a place and a team of people trying to protect that place. They've showed off a mode where you're trying to kidnap somebody or save somebody from being kidnapped.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The hostage situation.
Yeah. I don't know if the whole game is all hostage or if it's just that one mode, but it looks really cool. Like the environments are all destructible, right? Destructible. I was like, is that a word? It felt weird. It felt weird to say it.
That is a word.
And you can use things like battering rams to break down doors and explosives to blow holes in walls, and it looks really cool. And then I think you have like 2 or 3 minutes to reinforce the area that you're trying to protect. And then as the other team is like making their way in, and then you have like a set time, I think, to protect or break in. So that's being released this fall or winter, I guess.
Okay.
And they also said some weird things about it. They said that they're hoping that it'll sell more than Far Cry 4, which Far Cry 4 sold 7 million, but they said it's because they plan on supporting it for a lot longer.
Oh.
So I'm assuming more content over time.
I like to see that. I think that also will help the game industry expand is if you have developers that are on staff for certain games,
Yeah. Well, and imagine if this game, starts out as maybe there is only a few modes or like a few things, and then it can kind of expand over time.
Mm-hmm.
Because the style of gameplay, if you've ever played a Rainbow Six game, it's like kind of hyper realistic as far as like you get shot in the head once, you're dead. You get shot a couple times, you're dead.
Yeah.
You
stay injured unless you find the appropriate medical supplies. From what I remember, it's been so long since I played.
Well, I think it's been like 6 years since they've released a Rainbow Six game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I just remember we would play that one all the time.
Yeah.
Where you get like 4 people. You'd pick out, like you'd load them up with different types of gear and kind of like pick a specialty, like a sniper, support.
And then I'm assuming it's gonna be similar, where one death and then you're done.
Mhm.
But I think they have, like, if you can interact still if you're dead. I don't think it's like
You're done and
you're
that's it. Well, you used to be the one that I played. I don't know if you played
you
it
had
as much.
set
You
revive
would
or revives.
like just switch to a different character until your entire squad was gone.
Yeah. This one, I think they showed it off. It's like you're no longer playing a character, but you can do things like there's a helicopter or like stuff like that where you can still interact.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
But yeah, this looks like it could be a competitive game. A pretty competitive.
Oh,
game.
really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Have to look into that a little bit more.
And then they announced that there will be an unannounced AAA game coming out
Battery?
2016. Huh?
A game about batteries?
No. Oh, a AAA. I was like, what? AAA?
AAA batteries?
No. So
or is that the car people that come and get you if your car breaks down?
No. Also, not that.
A AAA simulator.
That would be the most boring game in the world.
I don't know. People play more boring games in my opinion.
I guess farming simulator.
Yeah.
But anyways, so we know that it's going to be released by spring of 2016. We don't know if it's an established IP or not. They haven't announced that, but we are pretty sure that it's going to be announced at E3.
So what does that mean?
AAA means, so think like Assassin's Creed or Watch Dogs, or it just means that it's not an indie title. It's a $60 game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then Ubisoft said going forward, they're abandoning last gen. They didn't say it in that way. They said all upcoming Ubisoft games will be new gen only, aside from Just Dance.
See ya.
Yup. Welcome to the world, the rest of the world. And then they also announced that starting in 2016, they'll be supporting VR. So we know that means Oculus Rift at the very least, and Morpheus from Sony.
Cool.
So if you like those things, great. If not, then I don't think it's
those have not come out yet, right?
No. Oculus is coming out. I think coming out early next year.
How much are
same with
is there like
Morpheus?
An estimated price on those?
The dev kit for Oculus runs like I think around 300.
Oh, that's not too bad.
No,
I guess I was expecting like.
But Oculus, you need a pretty
almost $1,000.
You need a pretty heavy computer to run Oculus.
That's me.
Yeah. The Morpheus is what I'm interested in because I have a PS4.
You can play it off your PS4.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll see.
Sorry, there's a PlayStation 4.
There's a PlayStation 4 right there. Let's see. There was some other news. Ark Survival Evolved, that it's built as an MMO where you can wield guns, domesticate dinosaurs with a PvP focus.
Nice.
I showed you that video. It looks really sweet.
Looks very cool, and I'm actually really excited from what I've watched on it.
It's coming out early access on Steam this summer, and then it'll be formally released on PS4, Xbox One, and PC sometime in the near future. Sony also announced that they're partnering with the game dev company to release on Project Morpheus next year. So this will Ark will be able to be played with Project Morpheus next year.
That will be sweet.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
So did we say what it was? What Ark was?
It was dinosaur, guns, dinosaur. You're a person. It looks like there's a lot of crafting. You can build bases and stuff like that.
Showing some like base development on a mountain. I don't know if that's fully customizable or if it's like unlocks and then it just,
could be.
Maybe it's like unlocks and you get to pick like from 3 different ones.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or like 3 different sets, like arsenal instead of I don't know.
And it might have different perks, Yeah.
It
might, like an automated gun system or something. Mm-hmm. It looks really sweet though. Other random news, Steam broke its concurrent user record again. So midday Pacific time on May 10th, Steam broke its concurrent user record for the 3rd time this year, with 9.5 million users being logged in at once. So they broke it 3 times this year, and before the first time they did this year, it was like 3 years before they broke the record or whatever. So it was like 2012 was the last time.
Steam is the future, I think.
Yeah, or something like I wish I could buy a game on Steam and have it be playable on every system that it's available on that I own. I wish there was some way to do that.
Maybe someday. Probably not anytime soon, though.
Yeah. There was some cool news about cheaters last week, or some stories about cheaters. First one, Guild Wars 2 cheater faces in-game execution. It was fucking sweet. A player by the name of Darkseid was reported after appearing to be invincible and being able to teleport. So he was like killing hundreds and hundreds of players on a server and just was not, they couldn't bring his health down at all. And he was being able to teleport around and just destroy people. So Chris Cleary, a game security lead, saw the video evidence of Darkseid cheating. He took control of Darkseid's character, stripped him of all of his gear, and executed the character by making him swan dive off of the side of a bridge.
Get wrecked.
And then after the ceremonial execution, all of his characters were deleted and his multiple accounts were permanently banned. So watch out, cheaters on Guild Wars 2.
Yeah.
Don't cheat.
I guess, shit. I don't know. I feel like maybe how long did that go on for? Because I feel like maybe a warning should have been
I have no
put
idea.
out there. Maybe there was. And
yeah,
like,
it could be.
Care.
Yeah, I have no idea. And then also H1Z1, which is like a kind of an MMO zombie game. There was a bunch of people. There was 30,000 people that were banned for cheating. And one of the game's creators said, if you make a public YouTube video apologizing for being a cheater, it's like they were all banned. Like there was like 30,000 of them. And he said, if you make a public YouTube video by, I think it was like a couple days ago at noon Pacific time, and you apologize, I might reinstate you, not have you banned or whatever. And I think they let like 3 people through.
That's it. Only 3 people made it, or how many people made
I
it?
think a bunch made them, but he said like, I want it to be sincere. I want you to apologize to the player base, not the developers. Like you're not just hurting us in the game by cheating. You're hurting
you're ruining the community.
Yeah,
by doing those types.
And then
of
what he
things.
did was he retweeted a bunch of the videos, so they were public to 70,000 people. So imagine how
oh my god,
how embarrassing that had to be.
Not to mention, what's the fun in cheating? I mean, yeah, it's sweet to be invincible, but
yeah, and I don't know what these I don't know what these cheats were.
No
but
satisfaction.
I think these ones were people figured out how to like dupe items, like duplicate items. So they were duplicating like really rare items or materials so that they could win. It's like a win.
Why even play the game then?
Yeah, I don't know. It's the same thing with Destiny that I always get mad when people want to cheese things. Just play legit.
Cheese is slang for cheating in Destiny.
Sorry. Yeah. People use it in MMOs sometimes too.
I've never fucking heard it until I played Destiny.
Oh, really?
And I was like, what? I'm going to choose this. What?
Yeah.
You want some cheese?
You want some cheese?
I think I got some Kraft cheese in my fridge.
I'll put a link to this one in the description because it's a cool picture. So on Imager, there was a user named Apluk who posted a picture of himself and friends using a 50-inch flat screen TV on its back. So like laying down like this, like a table, with a modded version of Skyrim with Flycam. And they used it as a D&D map as a way to spice up their D&D campaign.
Oh, this is sweet to me.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
am a D&D player and I am a DM.
Yeah.
And I make maps and just I love seeing people get more into D&D and innovative with
it's a cool way to do it.
Yeah.
Because imagine you could even do it on like a smaller screen, like
just use section by section.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Because you could use like dungeons, you could use, think of all the stuff you could use
Does that Flycam come with a grid that you can drop over it too?
I am not sure. I'm sure somebody on Destiny has made, or on Destiny, goddamn, on Skyrim has made a mod to add grids. Because then you could do move. Yeah.
Like keep it up, community. I'm loving seeing that stuff.
Yeah. And otherwise, okay, we have Humble Bundle has a spring sale. I think it's going on until tomorrow. So what it is very similar to Steam sales where games are like super discounted. I think some games were like 98% off. And then you can also do like their bundles, but all of this goes towards charity, or you can set how much goes towards charity. So if you haven't heard of Humble Bundle, I think this is the second time we've talked about them, but
we like to regurgitate.
Yeah. You should definitely check out humblebundle.com and go look at their sales. I think they're partnering with, I can't remember who they're partnering with. It's like a children's hospital this week or something.
Is it?
Yeah.
Any list, some game games on there?
It was a bunch of games. I think there was like Civ 5 and like Tropico and stuff like that. Yeah.
Civ 5?
Yeah.
Damn it.
I don't think it was, I think Civ 5 was only like 20% off, but still, that's a couple bucks. But there was a bunch of games. There was a ton of games that were under $1.
Oh, damn.
But I mean, a lot of them were like indie games, but still, it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Witcher 3 Wild Hunt released this week.
Excellent reviews, right?
Yeah, like I think above a 90 on Metacritic. So, I mean, that's really, really good. The only complaint was some PC users were accusing CD Projekt Red of downgrading the graphics in the PC version from the first trailer. The company co-founder Markin Owinski told Eurogamer that they changed the rendering system following the release of that trailer. That trailer was released for TGS, Tokyo Game Show, I think, like 2 years ago. They said that they changed rendering systems because it didn't work properly with their day-night cycle. And that might be what people are complaining about. Like the rendering system changed, but he said, the game to them still lives up to their standards, but they want to make it up to PC gamers in some way. So I'm assuming they're going to make some sort of
texture pack that comes out.
Yeah,
or something.
It still looks amazing from what I've seen. It looks absolutely amazing, and if you have a computer that can handle it, it runs well over 60 frames per second.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Doesn't seem like there's much to complain about, but people
will complain about something no matter what.
There's
always something wrong.
Well, yeah, and it's nowhere near as bad as Watch Dogs was. Watch Dogs released on PC, and they had in the game files, they had a bunch of really high res textures, but they didn't use those. They used the high end console textures. Like they locked out anything that was better than the console version. I think so. It didn't make the console version look as bad, but people found that out, and then they did mods and stuff to get it so that they could use the high end textures. And I don't think they did anything like that.
So why did they want? They didn't want it to look console gamers to.
They didn't want the PS4 and Xbox One version to look like garbage compared to the PC.
Yeah, but that's kind of. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of how it always is.
Yeah,
well, that's how it should be because
But if you're a console gamer, you're not going to look at the PC version and go, "Wow, that's so much better. I wish I had a PC," because you're probably not going to see that version ever. If you're a console gamer, you're probably a console gamer for a reason.
Yeah, or you're like me and do both.
Yeah. You play whatever works.
But I also feel like, PC gamers, I think the graphics should be better because the PCs can handle it and people put the money into their PCs
it's a lot
to handle graphics, to handle those games.
I mean, even like high-end PCs that are built on the cheap are still twice as much as a PS4.
Yeah.
If not more.
Yeah.
So,
try and make a computer that can handle like the console graphics for $400.
Yeah,
it's like the running rate right now for the console store.
Yeah,
right? I mean, you're not gonna find it. I mean, maybe you might be able to, but it probably for $400, you're probably gonna play that game for maybe a month or two, and then all of a sudden you're gonna start to see your computer start to downgrade.
Well, and that's the whole thing is these are console manufacturers buy parts in bulk, so they're getting a graphics card that would cost twice as much, basically. Yeah, and they're getting a CPU that would cost maybe 3 times as much.
Or open a PlayStation or an Xbox and try and find the graphics card.
They announced what it is. I think one of them is AMD and one of them is NVIDIA.
Okay.
I think, if I remember correctly. And then finally, I'm going to add a link in the description. So come back and watch this video. I wanted to do a video of the week. This was from last week, but it was really funny. So Dato, who is an MMO and FPS player, and Twitch streamer and YouTuber, uploaded a few videos last week of him playing Destiny, the Crota's End raid, and PvP with his Prime Guard clan. And they did this thing called No Gun So Fun, which is like a glitch where using the online vault system and the game at the same time, you can glitch it to where you don't have any guns equipped. And they beat the raid in like 30 minutes, I think is what it was.
Ridiculous.
And they played PvP and won against people that had guns.
It's insane.
It's
you should
so
watch
funny.
It.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable to me.
Yeah. 'Cause they're really good at what they do.
Yeah.
They really do play as a team.
Yeah. I wish I could play that well.
Yeah. Maybe we should do Trials of Osiris.
Maybe we should.
Yeah. We'll have to find somebody else besides Afton though.
Unless he plays again.
I don't think he plays anymore.
I bet he didn't play.
Yeah, I guess.
Afton.
You better play. All right. I think that's everything we have for the week. Is there anything else you want to add?
Nope.
Any news or anything? What have you been playing this week? I guess we kind of forgot to do that at the top.
I went over to my sister's and hung out with my nephews and nieces, and we played a crap load of Plants vs. Zombies.
Not
just Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. I always forget that those are totally different.
Yeah, I think that's fun. Me and Ashley played a bit. She got annoyed when she kept dying, but I think it's fun.
Oh, it's so much fun.
Otherwise,
I haven't been playing games, man. I've been busy moving.
Yeah.
Working a lot.
Yeah.
So just no games really. I'm waiting. I'm going to get The Witcher 3 here soon.
Yeah.
I think I might pick up Rocksmith and learn how to play the guitar.
Oh,
bing,
nice.
Bing, 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 bing.
Bada bing, 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 bing. I've been playing pretty much nothing but Destiny for the last week.
Go figure.
Since House of Wolves released this Tuesday. I was prepping for House of Wolves.
You gathered all your mats?
Yeah, I have. So I had 3 warlocks that were end level, basically.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Why'd you delete them all?
I deleted 2 of them to make a Titan and then a Hunter.
How come?
Because I wanted one of each.
Okay.
My Titan is level 24 right now. I'm just working on getting better gear to get up to the end game content.
Okay.
And then my Hunter is level 16, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I've got my Hunter is 31, and then my Titan, I think he's like 25 or 26.
Yeah. Well, I was like, I'm
going from the triple jump to that stupid,
yeah,
like the mild levitate. I hate it. I'm like, I can't get over things.
It's hard because I was playing. Yeah, I was playing as a Hunter for 15 levels, and I switched over to my Warlock on Tuesday to play the House of Wolves, and it was like the movement was weird, and like I kept trying to use the throwing knife, like I'd be really far away and do the melee, and it's just like, whoops, never mind.
Yeah. That's funny though.
Yeah. Otherwise, that's been it, I think. I bought some game. PSN had a sale where everything was like less than $5. So I bought the Wolf Among Us Season 1 pass.
What is that?
It's like a story made by Telltale Games. It's based on Fables, which is a comic that I've read.
Okay.
It's like Big Bad Wolf and stuff like that. And then Walking Dead Season 1 and Trials Fusion. I bought
Trials Fusion is a racing game, right?
Yeah, the side-scrolling bike game.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah. But I've basically just been playing Destiny.
Nice.
Chip.
What have you guys been playing?
Yeah, what have you been playing?
What should we play?
Yeah.
I want to know. I need new games to play. I love indie games, artsy games. So let me know.
Yeah. I want to try maybe the next time or maybe the time after that. I'd love to do this on Twitch and do gameplay as we're talking. That'd be cool. But we'd have to figure that out first. Let us know if we should do that or what game we should play.
Yeah. We want to do the Coopolis. What are they?
Coopolis, something like that.
Coopolis. Yeah.
Yeah. I was figuring we could do something like that for the podcast. We'll just chat about whatever the news is while we're playing.
We have to get my controllers to work, or the PlayStation controllers to work on my computer. I can't figure it out still.
Really? For mine, I just plugged it in and it worked as soon as I plugged it into Steam.
I tried it on Skyrim and it wouldn't take. I don't know what's up with it.
Weird. Maybe Skyrim doesn't support.
Could be. I don't know.
I'll have to check.
Yeah. But nonetheless.
Yeah. If we want to find you on the internet, where do we go?
You go to the internet.
You go to the internet.
You go to my Twitch channel, Zunger176.
Anywhere else?
That's it for now.
Okay.
I've been I've been postponing a lot of that.
Yeah.
Stuff, trying to get settled. I got to get internet and all that. And
I have so many emails. Sorry, I keep checking my phone. Ashley, I don't know. I didn't tell you. She got hit last week. Her car got hit, so she has a rental this week, and their insurance is covering it. But she texted me something about her insurance company called something, and I was like, oh, I'll read it when we're done. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Hagnerd, Hagnerd. You can find Fuzzy Loaf on YouTube by searching Fuzzy Loaf, or follow us on Twitter at Fuzzy Loaf.
Where the hell did you get that name?
We just couldn't decide on something, and I was just like, somebody pick a word, and then somebody pick a different word, and then we just decided those were the 2 words.
It worked out.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then we're also on I made it Twitch, although we haven't done anything with it. I think it's just Fuzzy Loaf. So you go to twitch.tv/Fuzzy Loaf.
Nice.
I'll let you know next week if that's what we plan on doing. Otherwise, it's been nice chatting with you. Give us a subscribe if you liked what you heard. Give us a like. Comment below what we can change to make it better, or what all the questions we asked this show.
Are the videos too long?
Probably.
Yeah.
We can break it down into multiple
Break
videos.
it down.
Otherwise, that's it.
Peace out, homies.